Hello and welcome to the CDO magazine interview series. I'm Sajid Khan with EY, and today I have the pleasure of talking with Mark Birkhead, Firmwide Chief Data Officer at JPMorganChase. Today, a lot of this, let's say, engineering talent sits across technology companies, it's across different places where banks may not be top of mind for them to go to when they're looking at their career. So how are you attracting that talent, how you're retaining that talent, and most importantly, how you're building that brand out there for JP Morgan Chase to attract that talent to the bank?
Yes, that's been a long journey in my various roles, including at Chase. But part of my job in the CDO role at the firm is actually to help ensure that we can actually have the right talent, the right AI/ML talent, but also the right data management talent, data strategy talent, data governance talent, and so forth. And as an executive sponsor of our talent programs for AI/ML, there's a number of things that we've really leaned into and invested in over the past 3 or 4 years. And so first, we've been pursuing the best and brightest in the space for a number of years, and a lot of learnings has come out of that. But we've been pursuing these PhDs from top universities around the world, particularly in applied AI/ML as well as AI research. We have more than 2,000 AI/ML experts and data scientists in the firm today, and so that's something we're very proud of. We also have forged relationships with over 100 university partnerships to ensure that we have the academic community engaged, that we're learning from their research and doing things responsibly. Practically speaking, what does this translate into? Well, we have a couple of things that we're doing, not only to ensure that we get the best experienced hires out there, and I do think we have a very compelling opportunity for data scientists, AI researchers, quant analytics, and so forth, who want to utilize this incredible data asset for good in the right ways, and then do it in an environment that has a lot of compute and a lot of ability to kind of experiment and learn and grow. But for early careers, this is something that has, really been a focus area for the past 3 to 4 years. And it starts with a couple things. One, we do have these hackathons, and it's the way with which we can engage with university students, whether they're undergrads or they're masters or PhDs. And a couple times a year around the world, we fly these students in, all on us. I don't want anyone to be disadvantaged by anything. This is all about the talent you bring to the table and your ability to contribute to a problem. We pull them together for 24 hours in one of our locations, and we basically put them with other teams of bright students and ask them to help solve a problem for a local nonprofit. And so those hackathons allow us to actually engage with university partnerships, engage with students, and give back. I understand that most of these students will come to us. Some of them will not. It does not matter. For us, it's about giving back to the field and giving back to students, giving them this opportunity. And so hackathons are really important pipeline for us into our internships. And our internships happen every single summer. We bring in hundreds of students around the globe to participate in internships, which then funnel into our rotational programs. And we have 2 rotational programs across every line of business in all functions. And this year, we're going to add internships as well as rotational programs in data management, data governance, in the CDO office, and those types of teams to ensure that we can continue to modernize data, make it AI ready, and have everything in place to kind of do that and build a pipeline of talent for the future. And so that's a lot of what we do when it comes to early careers. We also give back. And our Data for Good programs are really important to us. It's important to this firm because it's part of our ethos and our culture, but also impactful for employees. We're looking for ways to use their skills every single day to give back. We've helped over 40 nonprofits around the globe in Data for Good. We basically will sit down and work with a nonprofit who are brilliant at what they do all over the world, but are sometimes not so good at technology and data. And so we bring that expertise into them. We bring in a team of data scientists, a team of tech partners, and we work with them to create a solution that is customized for them and that they can continue to deploy in the future. So it lives on and on. And so that Data for Good is really important to us. We continue to grow it and continue to build it up every single year. So that's kind of how we think about talent. It really is a long-term commitment. And a big passion of mine is ensuring that this field, which I've been a part of for almost 20 years, is open to everyone. And so ensuring that we can reach out to all types of communities, all types of universities, all types of students, regardless of, where they came from and what they believe and so forth. But it's all about the talent and finding the right talent who want to solve these types of problems at this firm.
I love the inclusive nature of the program, Mark. That's very nice to hear, and very much aligns with our ethos around this topic as well. Maybe switch gears a little bit and talk about just the bank and the operations of the bank at the global level that you're part of and you run. Like, how do you effectively run this AI and data organization globally, and how do you make this engine go?
Sure. Well, first, there isn't a thing that makes that happen. There are many things that come together. So first, JPMorganChase is just a special place, and it's got a very, very special culture. And that starts from the top down. Our CEO, Jamie Dimon, everyone on his operating committee, all the leaders across this place. It really is a special place. And so that's kind of, the first piece of this. That culture allows us to be organized in the right way and think about things in the right way at this scale. And so organizationally, our central chief data analytics office is actually independent. And so this independent function, led by our CDO, who is a member of the operating committee, who reports jointly into Jamie Dimon and Daniel Pinto, our president and COO, that allows us to actually build capabilities centrally. It allows us to put data analytics, platform, technology together under one umbrella, and allows us to operate as a unit. That's really important. And so that operational, that organizational piece of this is really, really important. We also bring a commercial mindset as we think about AI and ML. And so, yes, we have an incredible AI research team. We have great COEs that really advance the thinking when it comes to machine learning and explainability and AI ethics and safety and soundness and everything else. When this all comes together, you begin to see research and you begin to see ideas that perhaps started in research, but now are actually being more commercially used. So, for example, synthetic data as a CDO, it's incredibly powerful for me to be able to take real data out of our ecosystem, strip away and anonymize that data so less client information is available, but we still give our data scientists and modelers rich data sets with which to experiment with and work with is important. And so that really is important for us as well. We govern all this with incredibly tight and well understood and defined processes. And so whether it is a data governance lifecycle that describes all the phases of data creation from beginning to destruction, when we think about all the controls that go underneath that, you start to think about concepts around lineage and controls and reconciliations and data contracts themselves in certain cases. You begin to kind of see how this begins to come together. That again gets incorporated into our modeling environments. And so the model development lifecycle, the way with which we do use cases, AI, ML, all of that comes together. And so they're really well-defined programs that we've been working on for many years. And it's not perfect, but we're always getting better and stronger. And that really is important to us. And then lastly, we act collaboratively, but we do make sure we have clear delineation in terms of decision rights, what a local business is responsible for, the risk they're undertaking compared to our central teams. And that helps to kind of build out this ability to manage these things at scale.
Yeah, absolutely. It's multiple of things that are coming together that are going to help run this globally for you. And we have seen it in action, so we are well aware on how you're running that as well, Mark, and very impressed by it. Maybe the last question before we wrap up. We talked a lot about the impact of AI and data has been having on the organization, the impact on the customer experience, the impact on operations. Would love to learn from you. What do you see in the next, let's say, 2-3 years as the usage of AI and data become more pervasive? How does this impact the culture at the bank on how you operate and how you work? What effect do you see in the future coming because of more usage of AI?
Sure. Well, this will actually be the shortest answer I give you, so I promise you that. Simply put, I think it changes everything. I've been in this field for a very, very long time, and the possibilities to increase the speed with which we can help our customers and clients, I think, are endless. To improve their experiences, to improve their journeys with us, to protect them, to ensure that they're safe from fraud and bad actors and incidents and so forth. I just truly believe that for the first time, you have a lot of things coming together. You have, the compute with the data, the understanding of how that data has to be put together, these concepts around our field growing in size and numbers, the number of CDOs out there, the number of CDAOs, the elevation, all of this comes together in a way that I think just make the possibilities endless. And so, yes, traditional AI ML will continue to be a part of our fabric, but the new use cases that are being unlocked because of generative AI, I think so much can change for the good across our field, across financial services, and just across, everywhere at large.
Well, thank you, Mark, for joining me today. This has been a great discussion. I learned a lot about you, your journey at the bank, and how you're going to use AI and data for the good of the bank and your people. Please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews. This is signing off for now. Thank you.